intentionally neglecting repairs to drive renters to move out so they can raise the rent.
This is a story a lot of tenants have heard time and time again, not just in Toronto where the story was, but everywhere in Canada. And hopefully, sooner than later, it's going to change here in Nova Scotia, as the Halifax Council finally creates a registry for rental homes. Many organizations and people, such as the organization called Acorn Canada, have been pushing for this very thing, and finally, this is being taken seriously. Landlords will have up to April 1st, 2024 to register their rental units with no charge whatsoever. Now this new bylaw is going to allow the municipality to track rental units, identify repeat offenders, and perform inspections on those properties. And just to make sure they cover everything, smaller rental units that have 3 or fewer units actually will now be annually inspected because they weren't covered before. This new bylaw is going to require landlords to have and keep updated a maintenance plan, including dates for when repairs and updates are being done. Now this was sadly needed because landlords would use this. The council has voted to amend another bylaw to fix up the language. This includes ensuring that doors have proper locks, drains are being kept unplugged, and kitchens are free of defective or missing components. Windows have screens, and common areas are maintained, among others. Yes, because this is to prevent landlords from using these items to their advantage to try to evict tenants. You know, like removing doors or clogging drains. All landlords have done to try to evict tenants. Now naturally landlords have stood up against this, but the council kind of told them, if your unit's up to date, you don't gotta worry about it. And as I predicted before, the registry will not be visible to the public. However, major violators will be posted on the open data site. I assume this is just because it's the early form of it and they want to try to get a general ground of what's going on in their city. Sadly, this whole bylaw and story does not affect those who live in mobile homes or homes licensed by the province under the Homes of Special Care Act. My biggest concern about this is those tenants that are in a situation where the homeowner is renting out a portion of their home for that tenant to live, and it's not up to code. Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of places where a homeowner just wanted to rent out a portion of the place, they can handle it, but it's not up to code. Or there's something wrong with it, or there's no lease. But now they have to follow through with a lease, they have to follow through with proper maintenance and follow the bylaws. This may cause those homeowners to kick the tenant out because they don't want to deal with it anymore, and those tenants will be left out being homeless because of the 1% vacancy rate here in Nova Scotia. I really hope they do something about this to help those homeowners keep those tenants where they are if they're on good terms, and help them find a way to upkeep that unit so that it's proper living conditions. Because the municipality has no idea how deep this rabbit hole goes, despite us repeatedly telling them how deep it is.